Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Pascal, the Mass Digest. Okay, welcome to this channel. All right, today we are going to look at linear equation. Right, linear equation is one of the forms of equation. All right, before we move on, if you're a new person in this channel, kindly go to the button, the bell button, and click so that whenever we drop any video, you can see it. Okay, and this Mass Digest is a channel for people who have mass phobia, people who are preparing for exams, or people who want to get themselves acquainted with mathematics. Okay, so today we are going to look at linear equation, but before we move down to linear equation, what is equation? Equation is a mathematical statement which shows equality between two expressions. Okay, all right. Like I said, linear equation is one of the forms of equation. Okay, so we are going to take on linear equation today. Now, for you to solve on linear equation, there are four things you have to employ, and they are, this first one says you can add the same number to both sides of the equation. Okay, and the second one, you may subtract the same number from the both sides of the equation. Or the third one, you may multiply both sides of the equation by the same number. Okay, and the third one, you may equally divide both sides of the equation by the same number. So in any of the linear equation, you may see yourself applying any of these four, or applying a combination of two or three, or even all of them, as the case may be, depending on how tactical the question may be. But just know that these are things you may employ in solving linear equation. Okay, before we go deeper to other forms of equation, we're going to solve some problems or take some examples from linear equation. So for benefit of time, we may use one example on a normal linear equation and take one word problem or linear equation. So after we are done with these two, if you have any question you wish to ask on linear equation, feel free. Like I said, this class Mass Digest is for people who have phobia in mathematics, or who are preparing for exams, or those who want to get themselves acquainted with mathematics. So we are going to be very clear and simple so that everyone can understand mathematics. All right, let's go on. Okay, this is an example of linear equation. We have 2y plus 3 equal to 3y minus 8. Okay, solution. We bring down this expression down here now. So now, before we proceed, we're going to collect like terms. What did I say? Like terms. We collect like terms. So if you look at this, we have 3y here, we have 2y here. we have plus 3 here, we have minus 8. So this 3y and 2y will come one side. So let's choose this left hand side for them. And this will go to the other side to meet the like. Okay? We already have 2y here. We say 2y minus 3y equal to minus 8 minus 3. Now let me explain something here. Whenever anything is crossing an equality sign, this is what we call equality sign. Whenever anything is crossing equality sign to the other side, the sign will change. Okay? Now, if you look at this 3y, this 3y has positive sign at the front, but why it's not written here is because it's what? It's starting the equality sign. It's starting the equality sign. And the same thing applies to this side. This is plus 2y. But because it's starting this expression, we didn't write plus 2y here. But if it should, we are considering negative sign, whether it's starting the equality sign here or not, while we are solving it, is what is going to be written. Okay? All right. So pay attention. Now this plus 3 cross this equality sign to the left hand side. The sign changed to what? Negative. Okay? Why this plus 3 cross the same equality sign to the other side, right hand side, to meet this minus 8. The sign changed from positive to what? Negative. From plus sign to minus sign. So that's why we have minus 8 minus this 3. Okay? Good. Now, this 2y minus 3y, we are going to have minus y. Some may ask me why minus y. Okay. Now let's assume you are having 2 yam. Let me do this illustration for the benefit of those that find it very difficult to understand mathematics. Okay. If you see in any expression, in linear equation, you have, or in any equation rather, if you have negative sign, it means you are owing somebody something. Positive sign is something you have. Okay? Positive or addition or plus, no matter any word you want to use for it, is what you have. Subtraction, negative or minus sign is what you are owing someone. Okay? Good. Now, I have 2y. I can change this y. I can say that this y is what? Yam. I have 2 yam. And I'm owing someone 3 yams. Okay? And because I have 2 already, I will use 2 of my own and pay that person I'm owing 3. If I pay that person that I'm owing 3, I'll be owing that person 1 yam now. Okay? So that is why we have minus y. Normally, I would have written minus 1y. But in mathematical expression, whenever any number exists, let's say y exists now, it's expected that this y has a coefficient of 1. It's divided by 1. And it has power of what? 1. Okay? We're going to meet more of this subsequently. So it's good that you know about this. Okay? For a better understanding. Good. So what it means here is that we have minus 1y. But it's not written. But when we are in course of this solution now, where I'm going to explain something further for you to understand that y is 1 exists beside this y. Okay? Now, in this other side, minus 8. Let's assume I'm owing someone $8. and I am owing another person $3. So that means I don't even have anything, but I'm owing this person and I'm owing this person. Now I'm owing the first one $8. If I add the other one I'm owing the other person, which is $3, it makes it a total of what? 11. And that 11 I'm owing the 11. Okay, so we express it as what? Minus 11. All right, now the next we are going to do here now is remember the 4 things I told you you are going to be applying in course of solving linear equation. I said that you can either add to the both side of the equation. Whatever you do at the left hand side, you are going to do it at the right hand side. So if it's addition, you add it both sides. If it's subtraction, you subtract both sides. If it's multiplication, you multiply both sides. If it's division, you do same thing both sides. Okay, so here now we are going to what? Divide by minus 1. We are going to divide by minus 1. Okay, so now, as you can see, minus y divided by minus 1 equal to minus 11 divided by minus 1. Okay, now I'm going to cancel out. Whenever you are dividing, you have negative sign at the numerator side and negative sign at the denominator side. They will cancel each other to positive. And here now, 1 will divide itself 1. We divide itself, or rather cancel itself off, and cancel this 1 that is existing as the coefficient of this y. Okay, so with that we have what? Y. We have y left. We come to this right hand side. We still cancel out the negative sign. Now 1 divide itself. It will cancel off. Then 1 divide 11 is still 11. So what that means is anything that you are dividing with 1, that thing remain the same. If it's number, the number remain the same. If it's variable, the variable remain the same. So here we now have y equal to 11. Y equal to 11. This is the final answer.